A stunning blow to American fisheries. U.S. lobster shipments have been rejected in key overseas markets, while Canadian competitors are cashing in with billion-dollar export deals. The crisis has enraged former President Donald Trump, who exploded at a rally this week, blaming trade policies and weak leadership in Washington for what he called a national disgrace. The development highlights how the U.S. seafood industry, long dominated by Maine's iconic lobster fleets, is losing ground to Canada's rapidly expanding and aggressively marketed lobster sector. The consequences could ripple across coastal economies, global trade, and the 2024 political battlefield. U.S. lobster rejected abroad. Reports began circulating last week that shipments of U.S. lobster were turned away in China and the European Union due to unresolved tariff disputes, stricter quality standards, and a preference for Canadian supply chains. "It's heartbreaking," said Richard Collins, a third-generation lobsterman from Portland, Maine. "We haul the same waters, the same lobsters, but somehow Canada gets the contracts while our shipments sit on docks or get rejected. Families like mine can't survive if this keeps up." The U.S. lobster industry, valued at over $1.5 billion annually, now faces mounting losses as international buyers pivot to Canada, which has marketed its lobster as premium, sustainable, and reliable. Canada's billion-dollar windfall. While Americans are reeling, Canada is celebrating. Officials in Nova Scotia and New Brunswick announced a series of new long-term export contracts with Asian and European partners, worth billions over the next decade. "This is a historic moment for Canadian seafood," declared Fisheries Minister Diane LeBlanc. "Our lobster is now the gold standard worldwide, and our hard-working fishermen are reaping the rewards." Canadian producers credit government investment in marketing, international partnerships, and sustainable practices for their growing dominance. The deals not only secure income for Canadian fishermen but also strengthen Canada's reputation as a global leader in seafood exports. Trump explodes in anger. Trump, known for his fiery rhetoric, seized on the lobster crisis during a rally in New Hampshire, blasting both Canada and the Biden administration. "They're rejecting American lobster. Can you believe it? Our fishermen are the best in the world, nobody does lobster better than us," Trump shouted to loud cheers. "But Sleepy Joe lets Canada take all the deals. They're getting billions while our boats rot at the docks. It's a total disgrace." He promised that if re-elected, he would impose retaliatory tariffs on Canadian seafood, renegotiate trade deals, and make American lobster number one again. Biden's cautious response. The Biden administration, meanwhile, struck a calmer tone. White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre said the administration is monitoring the situation closely and is engaged in talks.